Welcome back, everybody. Today we have another big clue opening. So we have over 150 elite clues to open. So if you do want the setup I use for these, is linked in the description below. So we start this one in at 51.2 billion on the Wealth Evaluator. So let's get right into it then. So we have 467 then to open right now. So let's get open our collection log. So we're 2 away from log currently. So we need the third age staff and we need then the druidic robe bottom. So let's get straight into it then. So first then we have 222k. So 222k followed by 787k into 1.3 million. 176k reroll into 161k. 464k and a master 1.7 and to 62k we'll reroll that one into 340k. So 2.2 million and to 219k reroll. 134k and a master, 271k, 235k reroll, and 1.3, 1.3 and a master, 1.3 and another master, 176k, so 1.3 and to 1.3, 195k, 188k reroll, into 1.5 million, 2.5, 398k, 1.3, 268k, and so 268k into 2.7, 1.4 into 1.2, 161k and a master, 1.1 mil, 162k reroll, and to 755k, 1.3 into an Oshproc. We'll take that, and another master, so 197k in that one, 1.3 mil. 823k, 1.4, 2.8 in another master, back-to-back masters 116k, a Hunho, a third age miss, we got a Ceradon bow, and 1.4 mil, 556k, reroll into 142k in another master, so 426k, reroll into 1.4, so 246k, reroll, and to 232, reroll, 153k, 120k reroll into 1.1 and a master. So 376k, 1.2, 4.2. Them skipping tickets are huge. 573k, 101k and another Oshproc then for hard. We have 215k reroll into 189k and a master. 123k reroll into 1.3. So 429k into 240k reroll into 393k and a master, 119k, 194k, 176k and a master, 2.8, 1.5, 1.5 another third age miss with another Ceradon, and quite unlucky there. So 207k reroll into 198k, 1.3 million. 6.9, 2.7 in a master, 242k, 162, 675k, 591 in a master, 660k, 2.3 and a reroll toke, so 188k in a master, 1.3, 206k reroll into 79k, reroll into 119k, 1.5, 180k in a master, 223k reroll, 1.4, 1.3 mil, 1.4, 1.2, 170k reroll into 2.5, so 586k into 260k reroll, 758k into 1.3 million, 610 mil, 324k, 610k into 324k, 101k, 161k, and to 1.5. And then next then we have 2.7 into 2.6, 315k in a master, 1.3, 272k, 1.4, 89k reroll, 551k, 1.3, 151k, 1.9, 4.1, that's a big one then again, 1.4 in a master, 2.7, 237k reroll into 106k in a master, 199k, reroll into 129k and another master. Another master then back to back, 61k, 151k reroll, 330k, 1.2 mil, 1.4, 1.3, so 201k reroll into 966k in a master, 1.4, 210k, so 230k, 53k, 1.1, 654k, 1.4, 1 mil, 194k reroll into 252k, so 189k and 1.1, 1.3, 120k reroll and the 551k, 1.3, 611k, 1.3, 348k reroll into 168k in a master, 6.9, that's a big one with the puzzle skip and tickets and a master, so into 251k reroll and 211k, 1.2, 52k reroll into 134k, 3.6 mil and another Rosh proc, then we'll take that. So 559k, 111k, 1.4, 69k, 89k, 1.1, 186k and a reroll into 1.2 and a master, 207k, 251k, and reroll into 167, 942k, 307, into 169, reroll into 2.7 mil, not too bad. 257k, 82k, 62k reroll into 1.1 million. So 101k, 985k, 364k reroll into 2.6 master. So 130k, 1.3, 150k reroll into 791. So 295k, 103k, 507k reroll, 112k reroll. Sorry, 112k into 187k, 1.3 mil, 129k reroll, and 932k, 2.4 mil, 1.3, 139k reroll, and to 304k, 279k, 1.3 in a master, 1.2, 235k reroll, 1.2, 306k, 1 million, 837k, 757k, 56k in a master, 119k reroll, and to 2.7. So then we have 654k, 624k, 601, 1.5, 2.5 in a master, 108 in a master back to back, 63k reroll, and to 580k, so 97k in a master, 1.2, 173k reroll into 99k reroll into 121k reroll into 163k, 1.1, 1 million, 566k, 793k, 146k reroll, 113k reroll into 630k, 2.1, 1.2, 223k reroll, so 147k, 450k in a master, 1.4, 216k reroll, and to 113k, 70k in a master, back-to-back masters 500k, 1.5, 76k reroll into 362k, 182k reroll into 196k, 1.2 in a master, 1.3, 91k in a master, 71k reroll into 520k in a master, so 2.6, 154k and another master, so 207k reroll, and 172k, 156k into 1.3 mil, 93k reroll into 496k, 389k, 1.5, 2.4, 230k reroll, and to 244k. So 334k reroll into 242k, 1.3, 163k, 1.3 mil, 1.2, 1.4, 543k, 1.4, 0.5, 366k, so 249k, 1.6, and a Dragon Cane. That's a Blood Dye miss. Into no, if we go from a Blood Dye miss into a back-to-back third age miss, that's not good. So 3.2 mil. So 306k in a master, 133k, 1.4 mil, 1.3 mil, 1.3 mil. So 1.3 mil again, 205k, 213k. And then from there we go into 151k, 169k, 175k, 154k, 143k, 1.5 and another master, 1.3, 1.4, 121k reroll, into 1 million, 1.1, 88k reroll, into 91k. That wasn't much better. 132k reroll into 166 again, not great at all. Another master and 361k, 1.4 in a master, 147k reroll into 1.4, 488k, 595k, 457 another master, 1.3, 213k, so 3.6 and a master. So back-to-back masters 263k and 90k reroll into 71k. 1.2 and another master, 155k reroll into 1.4, 1.4, 279k in a master, back-to-back master 63k, 237k reroll at 1.2, so 78k, 121k reroll into 145k in another master, so 689k, 148k in a master, 124k reroll into 534k, 187k, and 167k, 252k, reroll into 249, 164, 156k, 287k reroll into 122k. What is all these back to back to back low caskets? 854k, 534k, 155k reroll, and to 114k another low one, 175k, and to 1.4, 1.4, 333k in a master, 272k in a master back to back, so 678k, another master 1.4, back to back masters again 321k, so 2.5, another master then 77k, back to back masters again 1.2, 99k reroll into 1.2, so 320k reroll into 821k. 159k and another master, 167k reroll, and to 111k. Why are they all getting worse at the rerolls? Into 94k, and then reroll again into 400k. At least it went up for that one. 595k, 1.4, 136k, and another master, 63k reroll, and to 69k, 268k, and to 71k and another master, 1.4. 76k in another master, 4.2, so 1.3 in another master, back-to-back masters 1.6, 1.4, 58k reroll, into 174k reroll, into 255, reroll, then into 167. So 1.4, 113k reroll, into 136, so 484k, 1.3 mil, 2.5, 1.3, 1.2 and another master, 108k reroll into, no, not again, another third age miss then on a Gothic bow, so 205k reroll and to 1 mil, so 1.2, and there we go, another Blood Dye miss and a master, so 1.2, we're getting all the back-to-back misses then today, so 535k, so 1.5 mil, 394k into 1 mil, so 1.4 mil, 379k reroll into 1 mil, so 21k and a master, so 2.5, 530k, 68k reroll into 108k, So 161k reroll into 1.2. It's 126k in a master. Back-to-back masters in a million. 124k reroll into another master, so back to back to back, into 138k. It's a 1.4, 102k reroll. It's a 269k, 145k, 1.3 mil. It's a 208k, and reroll into 103k, 1.4 into 120k. So 1.2 and a cookie. So in terms of then 1.3, 81k reroll into 900k, 234k reroll into 255k and a master. We'll take that. 1.4 into 38k and a master. 100k reroll into 140k and another master. 79k, 796k, 178k reroll. To 30k and a Trisk, that's a really low one. 290k, sorry, 2.9 mil. So then puzzle skips are nice. Back to back then terror skips then. So yeah, so 2.7 mil on that one. 1.4, 1.5 and a master. 1.3, 206k reroll into 1.3. So then 156k reroll, 79k. 1.4, so 1.2, 238k reroll into 428k and a master. 196k, 130k reroll into 1.1, 1.4, 349k, 251k reroll into 1.4 and a master. 3.6 and a master then, and that's back to back. 1.3, 1.3, so 306k. So into 67k, that's a low one. 1.3 and a master. 1.2 and a master back to back, 160k. Into triple master back to back to back, 1.4. So into puzzle skipping tickets 7 million. So 771k, 1.1, 1.3, 618k, 361k and a master, 1.3 and a master back to back, and 1.3, 270k and a master, 166k reroll into an Oshprock then, and 1.8. Take that. So then 1.4 into 169k reroll, 186k reroll into 73k. Great. 154k, 135k, 4.1, 2.6 mil, 881k, 1.1 mil, 525k reroll into 237. We'll reroll that again into 115. 181k, 1 million. Oh no, here we go again. Another Backstab Cape. Why do we always get the troll items? We still have 101 left to do as well. Every single time. We always get trolled. It's been ages since we've had a big boy die. It's not ideal. Had so many Backstab Capes lately, it's actually unreal. Well, at least we have 101 left, so hopefully we can get a big die to make up for it then. So 1.3 mil. So 1 to 50. 1.2. 1.3. 224k and a master. Reroll into 702k and a master. And then next then we have 104k reroll into 219k, reroll into 323k, 35k, that's a low one, reroll into 1.4, so 2.1, and to 75k, 1.1 and another Oshprock then, we'll take that, 300k reroll, and to another Oshprock, that's very rare, and a master then as well, we'll take that then, so 2 Oshprocks that close back to back is nice. So we have then another master and 627k, 219k reroll, and 123k, and so into 371k. So then into 50k and another master, 145k reroll into 176k, 139k, followed by 97k. So 281k reroll into 377, 2.6, 1.4, 1.4, 110k reroll into 734. We'll lose a few of these cookies then just because we do have quite a few to use. So into 122k reroll, 216k reroll into 1.8, 1.4, 67k reroll into 1.4. So 200k reroll into 3.5. So 1.4, 231k. So 2.6 mil, 120k, 1.2. Another Oshbrock. We're getting they're raining Oshbrocks now, 370k, 117k reroll into 1.4. So 1.1, 278k reroll into 498k, 1.3, 1.5, 2.5, so 150k reroll into 114k, 1.4, 1.4, 164k, 745k, 247k reroll into 1.2 mil, so 1.3 mil, 1.3 in a master, 677k, 6.9 mil. That's a nice one there with the two puzzle skips. 145k reroll into 1.2 in a master. So 227k reroll. So we're down to our last 50. 153k reroll to 1.3. And then from there we go to 160k and to 6.9 mil, another two puzzle skipping tickets and a master. At 1.4, at 1.4, at 1.4, at 1.2, 115k in a master, 191k reroll, and to 214k in another master, 176k reroll into 593k, 101k reroll into 280k. So 370k reroll into 158k. So 1.2, 180k, 1.3, so 264k, 189k, so 245k in a master, 1.4, 669k, 46k and a master, 689k reroll into 862k, 173k reroll into 192k in a master, 104k in a master, 143k reroll into 1.2 mil in the master, 1.3 mil, 1.2, so 559k, 1.4 in the master, 316k reroll into 60k, so 1.2, 1.1, and there we go. We'll take that, a big one there. We have a nice shadow die. Let's go. That's what we're looking for. At least big GP then to finish off the stack, and we still have 19 left in the master. So not too bad at all. 1.3 build and the wealth evaluator there to go with it then. So yeah, we'll take that for sure. And yeah, I'm delighted. That was a long time coming. I'm glad we got something in at least. But at least we didn't get just trolled for the whole opening. At least we got something decent then. We'll take that for sure. So let's get back to the last few then. So the last 19. So 1.1. And then we have a third age miss then. So Sarah Bow and a master and 2.9 mil in that one. So we have 839k, 1.2 mil, 84k, 312k reroll into 106k in a master. So 226k reroll into 1.4 mil. So 280k reroll into 260k. So 256k into 2.6 mil. 1.3 mil into 1 mil. So 129k reroll, 425k. So we have 98k and another cookie then. So 109k reroll into 430k. We will use our cookie then just to get that over and done with for an extra reroll. 1.4 into 1.4 into 1.4 and another master. 131k reroll into 216k reroll into 1.3, and the last one then of the opening is 33k. We do have a reroll into 1.3 and a master. So we have gotten in the 400 odd. Then we have 8 Oshprox. So we'll open the hard caskets then, and hopefully we can get something in this one then too. So I've quite a bit left to go for the hard one, and I haven't completed too many of these. So far we have then the 110 master clues as well, which is nice then. So once I get the stack of 1,000, then I'll start solving them. 1.3 and to 1.4. So 339k reroll and to 154k. 473k and 177k. So 120k to 118k. 165k, 159k, and then 160k and a mass pen to end it off. So let's have a look then what we finished on then on this one. So yeah, so like that's another one then all done and dusted then. So in this one then we have made, so what did we so yeah, so in this one then we started at the 51.2 billion, and we're finishing then at 53 billion. So we made 1.8 billion then in the opening. So yeah, so that's not too shabby at all. Then we'll definitely take that then. So as always, then subscribe if you're new and comment below if you have any suggestions for future content. Till then, see ya.